Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And it's nice to be back. We've had 3 or 4 days of exceptionally high temperatures, culminating in 2 days of 40 degrees. I was melting, but then the whole country was melting. Roads were melting, railways were melting. They shut airports. It was awful. But then last night, it all started to dissipate. There was rain, it dropped, and we've gone from about 41 yesterday to about 21 today. You feel almost human. But boy, have we got a lot to bring you. I've got quite a few stories that have been percolating for a couple of days, but we're going to start with one that I couldn't wait to get onto. So, gird your loins, girls. It turns out that it's very, very likely that the best woman in the world is a man. Let's have a look at this. So here's a piece, and it's all about Kim Jones. Now, Kim Jones is the mother of a swimmer that competed against Leah Thomas. You know, Leah Thomas is that man who likes to swim against ladies. Well, the headline itself really kind of sums it up. It's humiliating, devastating, and really frustrating, and I would act completely unfair. Mother of Ivy League swimmer who raced against trans athlete Leah Thomas slams his Woman of the Year award nomination. Kim Jones, mother of an Ivy League swimmer who competed against UPenn trans athlete Leah Thomas, expressed outrage over Thomas's NCAA nomination. UPenn named Leah Thomas as one of the 2 students nominated for the National College Athletic Association Woman of the Year award. Big problem, what with him being a man. I don't know if he can collect the Woman of the Year award, if it'd be difficult for him to handle, because he's obviously busy handling his genitalia, which is still attached. Jones told Fox and Friends First the nomination is humiliating and devastating. She accused the school of sending a message that women don't matter. Well, ladies, women don't matter. Not to the media, not to sports, not to colleges and education, not to the authorities, not to anyone. They all say women don't matter. And this is why they constantly push this thing where men are considered women. We know they're not. You know they're not. I know they're not. And to be honest, they know they're not. So why? This is the trans lobby. The mental illness. They can't get over that hill of mental illness. Gaines and Thomas tied for 5th place in the women's 200 metre NCAA championship in March, but there was only one trophy, so Thomas, being the large man, took it. So Kim Jones appeared on Fox and Friends First on Monday, where she expressed her outrage for the nomination. They're not even worthy of dignity and comfort in their locker rooms. This is what they're saying about women participants when they're competing against men. It says, and this nomination is just the embodiment of that message. It's really frustrating to understand where the current NCAA and Ivy League, and especially Penn's stance, is on the value of women in modern society. No, there is no confusion. You can tell their stance. Their stance is, fuck you women. We don't care. Women are unimportant. All that's important is that trans men with their mental illness can win. Because men are better than women, and they make better people than women, and they make better women than women. That's not me saying that. That's what they're saying. That's what this university is saying. That's what the NCAA is saying. That's what the media are saying. And it's wrong. Jones is a former All-American tennis player whose daughter competed against Thomas, and she is the latest to come forward to speak out about the disappointment. University of Kentucky swimmer and one of 2022's NCAA Women of the Year nominees, Riley Gaines, and tennis legend Martina Navratilova were among others who spoke out following Thomas's nomination of the prestigious award. And there's a picture of the man who's going to become Woman of the Year. And what they're not showing, but you can see, and if I hover over, there you go, you can see that huge ladylike bulge that is his lady penis. Marcy Smith, a former NCAA champion swimmer, co-founded Icons, the Independent Council on Women's Sport, and joined Jones on Fox Monday and chimed into the conversation saying the NCAA needs to acknowledge fundamental truths. The fundamental truth being men aren't women, and just because someone has a mental illness, don't make it so. There is a biological difference between men and women, she continued, and if we can't agree on that, the foundation of truth is a reality. How can we protect our girls and women? Well, you can't. They've given up on that. They've given up on women. They've given up on even pretending to care. All they care about is this tiny 1% of mentally 1%, 0.1% of 1% of mentally ill people who think they're women, even though they are not women. They never were women. They never will be women. And it don't care how much lippy you put on love. You're a man with a mental problem. Sort yourself out. Get out of the pool. Let women compete against each other. Let the best woman win. Don't let the best man win in a field of women. You sad losers. And ultimately you are losers. Because if you have to, as a man, compete against women, it just shows, firstly, every real man thinks you're a cock. Also, every real man thinks you're a loser. Every real woman hates you. And no one in society will ever accept you for what you are doing. Losers. Anyway, I'm going to come up now because otherwise this will go on and I'll get angry. So there you have it. The best woman for the job is a man. It's beyond parody. It really is. There's no way a man can be Woman of the Year. Especially one who has not even gone through the effort of having his ghoulies cut off. I mean, even then that wouldn't make him a woman, just make him a man with no ghoulies. But he hasn't got much of a spine, has he? Otherwise he'd compete against men. But it is just this constant beating and thrashing that everyone in authority and the media and government, everywhere, they just want to cancel women. And this is just one of those examples where they're going to get away with it. It's up to you, ladies. You've got to do something about this. You've got to throw every man out of your sport. Anyway, I shall round off there. And it's nice to be back. So if you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.